Alright, this is the video on penicillin, and the first question is, does penicillin work equally on gram-negative and gram-positive bacteria? The answer is no. It's much harder for the penicillin to destroy a gram-negative cell, mainly due to the fact that it was designed to attack the peptidoglycan synthesis, yet there's that layer of the lipopolysaccharides protecting that cell wall. So that outer membrane makes it harder for most of the molecules to enter the cell. And it's much easier for the penicillin to burst a gram-positive cell because it's that outer wall. It doesn't have those lipopolysaccharides. And how does penicillin act on a bacterial cell? It seeks out the peptidoglycan on the bacterial cell, and it'll interfere with its formation, kind of breaks it down and affects its synthesis so it can't rebuild itself, and it allows the contents to spill out because the wall bursts, so kills the cell. And why does penicillin not act on human cells? Because the human cells, they don't have the peptidoglycan, so that's only in bacterial cells, and so the penicillin, it can only target the prokaryotes, the bacterial cells that have the peptidoglycan components. And the last question is, be specific about why the penicillin may be able to act differently. Kind of just review, penicillin targets a specific structure that only occurs on bacterial cells, the peptidoglycan cell wall, so it ignores eukaryotic cells completely. Because it seeks the peptidoglycan, anything that gets in the way, like the lipopolysaccharides of the gram-negative outer membrane, makes it more difficult for it to burst that cell. It's kind of like an extra line of defense. And gram-positive cells don't have that outer membrane, so even though their peptidoglycan layer is much thicker, it's still easier to seek and disrupt the gram-positive. So the cell bursts and dies. And that's basically how penicillin works.